Howdy friends, good to see you all again. Thank you for tuning in to another exciting episode of Pokemon Heartgold. As you may recall, we are here in the warehouse of the department store. Amulet coin, there it is. Okay, that's cool. That allows us to gain extra money from battles. Let's go ahead and give that to Olive. One thing I've done in previous games, and I think a lot of people do, is just constantly rotate the amulet coin to whoever's on your lead Pokemon to make sure you get lots of Pokedollars from them. But like I said before, I'm not sure there's really a lot to buy with Pokedollars in this game, besides maybe repels. I'm going to use a Pecha Berry on Kroot because that's why we have them, and I feel bad that he's taking so much damage, even though we'll probably be at a Pokemon Center very soon. Alright, so we've already been down to this area. Have we gotten everything here? I guess so. The only thing we didn't get was the amulet coin, which is behind that door. So, alright, you know what? It is Friday, so if there's an elevator here, which I think there is, let's go ahead and take it up to the top floor and do our daily drawing. And then we'll head to the radio tower and take on the leaders of Team Rocket. Of course, we'll stop on the way there to heal up our Pokemon, because there might be some somewhat tough battles ahead. Probably not as tough as the last gym leader will be. But that's good. Gym leader should be tough. Number 2 prize, which is the Timer Ball. So yeah, the first prize is a good TM, second prize is a Pokeball of some type, and third is a berry. Pretty good assortment of prizes there. And they're nice prizes that you don't really mind getting every day. The berries are totally random. The second and first place prize depend on what day it is. Alright. So last time I mentioned Arcanine, who I said was Gen 2. I don't know why I said that, Gen 1. Obviously, I knew that. I was thinking Gen 1. I just, for whatever reason, my mouth said Gen 2. But Arcanine is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, and in fact, one of my favorite Pokemon, period. So I made a quick list of my top 10. Tried to even order them. Like I said, which order these would be in, or even if they're all in the top 10, would vary in the day, depending on the day. I'm less familiar or less accustomed to a lot of the newer Pokemon, many of which I haven't even trained yet, and it's hard for me to say if I like a Pokemon or not until I really train at least one. Take all this with a grain of salt, but the top 10 I came up with, and actually I found a really cool list of my old top 40 from like years and years and years ago when Gen 4 was the newest gen, but maybe I'll talk about that a little later on. Oh, there's a PC there. That's useful. So I base this on a few different things. First is just, is Pokemon cool looking? Does it have good stats? Then does it have a good move pool? And if it was one of my favorite types, or if it's a strong type too. Dragon has always been my favorite type, so there's a number of dragon types on this list. Oh, I don't need to go up there. I need to go over here. And we have the card key, yay! Alright, so basically I like Pokemon that have well-rounded stats, at least one really good attacking stat, or decent attacking stat, whether that's attack or special attack. A good move pool is really important. A lot of Pokemon that a lot of people like Jolteon is a good example, or Crobat, I'm not a big fan of just because they don't have a really diverse move pool. So those are the type of Pokemon you'll see me training a lot in these Let's Plays. So coming in at number 10 is one of the few newer Pokemon, or newer, not new, and that's Volcarona. It's got really good base stats in the 90s, I think, as an average. It can learn Quiver Dance, which is a great move. It has a good move pool. It knows it can learn Bug Buzz and Flamethrower, Psychic, probably a few others I'm forgetting. All around, just a really solid, really powerful Pokemon. Number 9 is Latios, a Pokemon I actually forgot about until I saw my old list. Latios is kind of like, almost like the special version of Dragonite. It's, let's use Shadow Claw. It's pretty fast, has a really good special attack stat. It's Dragon and Psychic type, which used to be my 2 favorite types. I'm not sure Psychic would still be my 2nd favorite type, but it's definitely up there. A long time ago, I trained at least one Latias, and they're a lot of fun to use. Again, great move pool with Thunderbolt and Psychic, Dragon Pulse, etc. And I think this might be Proton here. Aha, it is. So I guess we have 3 battles right in a row. This should be fun. Now wait just 1 second. Aren't you the one who got in our way at Slowpoke Well? I see. You're doing all this because you want to make me angry. Be careful. But since you seem to wish it, I'll show you the full extent of a Team Rocket executive's wrath. Yeah, I'm not too scared. Beat him once, we can beat him again. He's a lot stronger, but of course so are we. Golbat. A lot of these guys don't really have any great Pokemon. They're just the same Pokemon, but like a little higher level or more evolved Pokemon. So I'm not too scared. So yeah, Latios is number 9. Number 8 is Gyarados, because who doesn't love Gyarados? It's a really powerful Pokemon, has a great attack stat, tons of great moves. I'm actually not a big fan of Mega Gyarados, just because, I don't know, I guess I can understand why they didn't make it Water and Dragon, because there are so many other, oh, that's not good. There are so many other Mega Evolutions that gained a Dragon type, like Mega Charizard or Mega Ampharos, or like a Alolan Executor. Not a Mega Evolution, but a change to an existing Pokemon. Yeah, Golbat and Weezing, nothing we've seen before, just higher levels. And no, everything isn't about you, Proton. I didn't chase you, I'm not trying to make you angry. Just trying to do the right thing here. Gyarados can learn Dragon Dance, so even though it's not actually a Dragon type, it's very Dragon-esque. But yeah, not a big fan of Mega Gyarados, just because, I don't know, something about it just doesn't seem that interesting. And it's also like kind of like a shorter Pokemon. Like the whole cool thing about Gyarados is that it's a giant dragon-like sea snake, and Mega Gyarados just doesn't seem to have that. Like I think they could have made Mega Gyarados as a really cool dark and water Pokemon, but just I like the move pool. I kind of like his stats. Its typing is fine, but just the actual appearance of Mega Gyarados, I actually think that regular Gyarados is cooler. So that's number 8. Number 7 is Blastoise. It doesn't really check off a lot of those boxes I mentioned. It's not a great Pokemon stat-wise, and I'm not really a big fan of Mega Blastoise either. It's kind of almost a little like silly looking with the big cannon. But classic Blastoise, especially when you see it like on the cover art of Pokemon Blue, it's just a really cool Pokemon. It was the first Pokemon I ever trained, so I think nostalgia is a big part of that too. Number 6 is Garchomp. It's a Dragon type, it's fast, got great attack, it can learn Swords Dance and Dragon Rush and Outrage, all kinds of good things. That's why it's number 6, and I'm going to put the list on hold while we face these last 2 trainers, because these guys might take a little more effort. I don't think enough effort to bother reviving Rod. Not sure why I really switched Leah there, but hopefully I don't regret those words. Hey you! Remember me from the hideout in Mahogany Town? This time, this time it looks like you're really all done, all alone, so it should be quite easy. Bring it! Let's finish this! Alright, once again we are facing Ariana, one of the top 2 executives of Team Rocket. And I think that her best Pokemon is still a Murkrow. I don't think they evolved it here. Which is not really... Murkrow is one of those stage 1s that isn't that powerful. It's a really good thing Murkrow got an evolution, because on its own, like, Arbok is better, and I don't remember who her 3rd is, but I'm sure it's better than Murkrow. Even though Murkrow is her signature Pokemon. They should have given her, like, an Umbreon instead. That would have made Murkrow just a better stat Pokemon. So Glare is going to paralyze Leah. That's a little unfortunate, but I think she can still do pretty well here. At least the best executive has a, well, I won't spoil it, but a pretty decent, powerful signature Pokemon. Vileplume, that's her best. So Vileplume is a much better signature Pokemon than Murkrow is. Maybe Murkrow is not really her signature Pokemon, it's just the one she has that's kind of unique. I don't think there are any more Murkrow trainers in this game. And Vileplume is kind of a duplicate of Erica. It's also Erica's best. The lead Team Rocket guy, his best is actually the same Pokemon that is the signature Pokemon of one of the Elite Four members. So that's kind of weird. most of the time when you face an Elite Four member, their best is not a Pokemon you've encountered before. Let's go for Surf. I think it'll... Oh, Mega Drain. That might make the difference here. Because I'm pretty sure Surf would have defeated it, but now that it's restoring some health, it's going to be close. Alright, Leah, now's your chance. Give it all you got. Yeah, not quite. Oh, 2 HP. Don't be paralyzed. Don't be paralyzed. Come on. Alright, very nicely done, Leah. Ironically, now that I spent all this time criticizing Murkrow and how weak it is, it's probably going to come in here and defeat one of my Pokemon. Only because Arbok and Vileplume weakened it, or weakened her. So I really am tempted to switch out because Leah's done so well and I kind of want to reward her with not fainting. But it's also very possible that Murkrow will use a stupid move like Mean Look, or can even Confuse Ray. Wouldn't be that bad. So there's a shot I can one-shot Murkrow with Blizzard. Let's go for it. Nope, Pursuit. Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. That's actually a really good move here. Because even if I switch, Leah still would have fainted. So at least I don't feel too bad now. You know what? Olive knows Ancient Power. This is a perfect chance to use it. Hope for that 20% stat boost, even though it won't really matter this late in the battle. Murkrow is faster. Didn't do that much damage. So even though on paper, oh, we got the stat boost! Not that it really matters at all, but that's really cool. Whoa, why are you so strong? Because I just got a big stat boost, obviously. Shadow Ball is not very effective, Fire Blast might miss, and I don't think my accuracy was increased. So Ancient Power it is. See, we are now faster. And even if she had used a potion there to heal Murkrow all the way up, it still would have been a guaranteed one-shot. Nicely done, Olive. So even though on paper my moveset makes a lot of sense, because there are so many Team Rocket members in the game, having a Psychic type attack actually might have been really useful because they all use lots and lots of poison types. But one of the reasons I was okay giving up Extrasensory was that even if I changed my mind from my planned moveset, which does not contain a Psychic type attack, because even though there's lots of poison types, and Psychic is good against poison, that's one of the few types it's good against. Poison and fighting, and that's basically it. And if I did for some reason decide I want a Psychic type attack again, there's always the TM for Psychic itself, which is also something that Togekiss can learn. Okay, so the observation deck, that's where we are. I'm not sure why we need to come up here to turn off the signal. Maybe he has like the passcode, but either way, we are down to 4 Pokemon. I'm going to use a healing item on Olive just to be safe. Let's see if a Citrus Berry will do the trick. Why can't I move the Citrus Berry? That's really annoying. So I guess, you know what? I wasn't going to use the Oran Berry, but just so I can get the Citrus Berry on page 1, why not? I can't think of any reason I'd want an Oran Berry, and if I did, I could probably find one somewhere. Alright, all healed up. I could have just used the Citrus Berry, but I really want to have it on page 1 for the future. Sorry, Tiffany, no time to talk. I have to save the world from Team Rocket. Oh, you managed to get this far. You must be quite the trainer. We intend to take over this radio tower and officially announce our comeback. Intend? I don't know if you're aware, but downstairs your guys have already kind of done that. That should bring our boss Giovanni back from his solitary training. Yeah, is that what he's up to? We are going to regain our former glory. I will not allow you to interfere with our meticulous plans. And we are facing Archer, the strongest remaining member of Team Rocket. Very nice suit he has there. And he leads with the Houndour. Not a powerful Pokemon, but level 35 is pretty strong. So now would be a good time for the Ancient Power boost, because it's super effective against Houndour, and it is the first move we are using in the battle. If we get a Ancient Power boost here, we might see a Togekiss sweep. Maybe not, because his final Pokemon is actually fairly strong for this stage in the game. But I'd like to see what happens. Unfortunately, we did not get the stat boost there. Houndour is still faster because of that, and it got a crit. Come on, Olive. Could really use that stat boost. There it is, coming through. Great job. And we will also hit level 35, which should give us even more power. Or even more special attack, I should say. Alright, his next one is a coughing. So, pretty weak, but it's a high level coughing. See, if he had wheezing, that would be better. I would rather give him, like, muck, wheezing and his third Pokemon than the ones he actually has. I want to save our ancient power, so let's use... Will Shadow Ball be a knockout? I think after the stat... Oh, Roost, duh! I always forget about Roost. This is pretty much the ideal time to use it, too. Maybe not ideal, because ideal would be if we were against like an electric type. Because then it would get rid of our weakness to electric. I do want to make sure I'm fully healed going into his final Pokemon. We might get poisoned here. Or he could self-destruct. That would be a really good move on Archer's part. Oh, Haze! I was about to say that's really a bad move because it doesn't matter. But it does in this case because it eliminates my stat boost. Darn it, Archer. That's a really good move. I still want to save Ancient Power, so... Without the stat boost, maybe I should have used Fire Blast, because I think Fire Blast would have been a one-hit KO, and I don't think Shadow Ball will be. Even Fire Blast wouldn't have been... I don't think it would have been a one-hit KO. It would have been really close. And it's not guaranteed to hit, so I guess Shadow Ball was the right choice. Of course, now all of our moves aren't guaranteed to hit, so if this Coughing was just evolved into Wheezing, this would be actually a very valuable Pokemon to him. Even as a Coughing, it did a lot of work there. And his best is a Houndoom, a pretty cool Pokemon. Probably one of my Gen 2 favorites, top 10 at least. Although not one of my all-time favorites, which we'll get back to in a bit. It is Fire and Dark type, level 38, which is very formidable, clearly. So it is weak to rock attacks. Houndoom is not the best Pokemon defensively, but it does have a good attack stat, a good special attack stat, and a decent speed stat. So overall, it's a pretty solid Pokemon to train in a game. Unfortunately, we are down to just Shadow Ball and Fire Blast, both of which are not very effective. So let's start by using Roost. I don't remember what abilities Houndoom has, but I'm pretty sure it can learn Flash Fire. And you know what? I'm not sure all this roosting is going to get us an advantage here. I feel like he's doing almost half of my HP with each Fire Fang. Let's pay attention this time. Critical hit. Yep, I was about to say he's bound to get a critical hit, or a flinch, or a burn. So that was really only a matter of time. Alright, we are down to our final three Pokemon. Meganium is weak to Houndoom. Normally I would use Rock Slide, but I don't want to take any chances. So I'm going to use our move that has 100% accuracy and go for Dig. Don't flinch, don't flinch. Oh, it flinched! This is not good at all. There's actually a small chance that he could win this. So basically what has to happen here is that I need to survive and not flinch another Bite. And Bite did 49 HP, so depending on the damage spread, this is going to be really close. There's the Bite. First chance is, do we survive? Come on, Kroot, come on! Oh, Kroot did not survive. This is not good at all. Maybe I should have rezzed our Pokemon before we went into this. I did not expect him to be this tough, clearly. And my only move that's good against, or that's decent against him is Headbutt. We are faster, so he can't flinch from me, but I can flinch him. Didn't do a lot of damage. How much will Bite do against Magmar? A ton of damage. Wow, that thing has a ton of HP. This is really, really, really bad, actually, because what's going to happen here, if he has a potion, I might just lose. If he doesn't have a potion, even so I can Headbutt, but then he's going to Bite and it'll be a knockout. Wow, Houndoom is a lot better than I thought. And I'm really worried that his Fire Fang is going to one-shot Meganium. Come on, CN, be a crit or a flinch or something. Oh, it's so close! Feint Attack is exactly the same as Bite in terms of power, so it'll probably be a knockout. But it's special, so maybe? No, not quite. Oh. If we lose to this guy with 1 HP left, that's going to be the most frustrating thing. Oh, luckily, Cherry is pretty bulky. Can it survive a Fire Fang? The trouble is I'm pretty sure Houndoom is faster, and even if I could survive the Fire Fang, he has a chance to burn me, a chance to crit. The burn I wouldn't mind, but the crit I really would. To flinch me I would as well. So there's a... Wow, this is, again, just like, I think it was against Bugsy. Or was it against Miltank? I think it was against Miltank for Whitney. This is just a roll of the dice. That's all it is. Let's use Return. Fire Fang. Okay, here we go. Everyone cross all your fingers. Come on, Cherry. Dig in deep. You can survive this. Okay, now don't be flinched. Don't be flinched. Whew. Big sigh of relief there. That was way more tougher than it should have been. Okay. Note to self, never underestimate any decent opponent in this game. I'm going to make sure we are fully revived and healed from now on. No, forgive me, Giovanni. So we didn't get double money from him, even though we did get double from the last person. Actually, no, we did, because of Togekiss, so that was doubled. How could this be? Our dreams have come to naught. I was not up to the task after all. Like Giovanni has done before me, I will disband Team Rocket here today. Farewell. And this is indeed the end of Team Rocket for good. They were pretty much confined to the Johto and Kanto region in the games. In the anime, they end up being around for a while, clearly. But they decided to create some different teams in other games going forward. Oh, you have already defeated them? Thank you. Your courageous actions have saved Pokemon nationwide. You are well worth this. Please take it. The Rainbow Wing, that's right. Alright, so we'll have some cool stuff coming up. There used to be a tower right here. When the tower was replaced with the radio tower, that Rainbow Wing was found at the top of the tower. I heard from a friend from Cianwood City that you can climb the Bell Tower in Ecruteak City when you have a Rainbow Wing. I have to get back to my office now. See you. Alright, thank you, Director. I guess the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh likes landing on towers. Oh, I almost forgot. According to my friend, the legendary Pokemon will not appear if you just go to the top of the Bell Tower, with only that Rainbow Wing. Apparently there is something else you need. I wonder what it was. He doesn't remember, and I don't either, but I know who would. It's the Kimono Girls. Are you expecting something? This is what they call fake out. I really must go back to my office this time. See ya. Fake out is a move, but not a TM move, thankfully. That'd be really annoying if, like, half the Pokemon could learn fake out. Alright, well, I'm almost positive we're not going to face anybody on the way out of here. The only one I could think of would be like a rival battle, and that'd be really mean, so I don't even think Game Freak would do that. And even so, as long as it's not like a super tough trainer, we could always probably win with just Meganium. I do have Synthesis to heal up. But my plan right now is just to beeline right towards the Pokemon Center. Actually, you know what? I don't remember what it was, but I remember seeing somewhere that Mary gives you a reward. She might not be the only one, but I don't really feel like talking to everybody in here again. So we'll just talk to her. My savior, will you take my things? Oh, the Brave Powder, that's right. That's a pretty cool item too. It lowers the opponent's accuracy by 10%. So if they used a move that would do... that would have 90% accuracy normally, it would have 81% instead. Might be a good thing to give, maybe Togekiss, although, I don't know. Right now I'm actually pretty happy with all of our held items. Do any of these do like a lottery thing? It is! I thought so. Sure, let's go for it. I only have one number to check against, which is my trainer number, but... Shuckle, because Shuckle's from a different dude. Okay. So it's a good thing to get Pokemon from, like, trainers in-game as well. Now, I'm not sure if, like, Bill's Eevee counts. Only one digit matched, but I win the 4th prize, the Ultra Ball. I'm pretty sure the top prize here is a Master Ball, which is good, because it's very hard to get Master Balls. Only one is guaranteed, so that's a very nice prize, and I like that it's an appropriate prize for something that has a very small chance of happening. But the more you trade with your friends, the more it does. Good evening, Joe. It's me, Joey. That's right, our names are the same. I didn't think of that. Were you awake? Do you remember my super cool Rattata? It's different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata. Do you know what I'm saying? Joey has called me to say that a few times. I think he said that in the original Generation 2 games, like when you defeat him, and it became a big meme. So this is probably the developers kind of running with the meme and making a little inside joke that he keeps talking to you about his top percentage Rattata. Alright. Thank you very much, Nurse Joy. This is a much appreciated healing. Alright, glad Leah is feeling better. It's been a while. Alright, so... what should we do now? Voltorb switch? No, just kidding. I actually haven't played in a couple days. I probably should, because I only have like still like 3,600 coins, and we need to get 20,000 by the time I get to the end of the game. So I do need to ramp up my coin game a bit. So I think we should probably head to Ekrutik. But before we do that, let's we are going to need fly either way, because that'll be the quickest way to get to Ekrutik. So give me just 1 second here. Oh, I do need to go through the rest of my favorites list. So you got the top 5 today, I think, right? Who did I say was number 5? Or number 6 was Garchomp, right? Okay. So yeah, we'll do the top 5 next time. And in the meantime, go ahead and let me know your top 5 or your top 10 or your number 10 through 6 if you want to hold out on your top 5 as well for next episode. I'm curious to see what everybody's favorites are. And there's so many to choose from now. There's like 800 Pokemon. I don't even know how many they're up to. And I'm sure there's some cool new ones too that I really don't know as well. I know of, but I haven't like trained them, so it's hard to get a good feel for a Pokemon and whether it's a personal favorite until you've used it. Okay, so we need a Hoot Hoot. And let's replace Hoot Hoot with, how about, let's put Kroot back for now. And we're also going to need Sandshrew. So let's put Sandshrew in place of Olive. And you might have guessed, we are going to go and encounter Suicune. I don't think there was a reason we hadn't encountered Suicune yet. I looked in my little to-do list I keep here, and it's like, besides Lake of Rage, which is a Wednesday only thing, it is the only thing on there at the moment. Oh, and the weekday siblings. But I think the only weekday sibling we haven't seen yet is Saturday, which is in Blackthorn. So until we get to Blackthorn, it doesn't really matter. Let's fly to Mahogany. Hopefully we'll get to Blackthorn today. It is, as you probably noticed, Saturday now. So we have less than 23 hours left, but after I get a lot of sleep tonight, then we should have plenty of time to make it to Blackthorn and get our last special held item. There are, I guess, 17 held items in the game at least that power up a certain move type. There's also the plates too, which are for Arceus or Arceus. I think it's Arceus, but it looks like it should be Arceus because like Zeus, Arceus got a Pokemon. I always called it Arceus, and then one day I was like, oh, it's Arceus, wow! And then I realized, nope, Arceus is actually right. Is this a held item thing? By held item thing, I actually meant hidden item. I can't talk tonight, I'm too tired. At least that's my excuse. Alright, but I'm not sure. We found some of the rest of them. I'm not entirely sure where all of the rest of them are. Hopefully we don't actually have to fight Suicune here. I don't really remember where you fight it, but I don't think it's here. Oh, that was rude. Look who it is. I think he's here for a rematch. I hope so. Suicune, how brave it is. How refreshing it is. How beautiful it is. And how quickly it moves. He really likes Suicune. Joe, you seem to be around where Suicune would appear. Well, that's okay. My desire to search for Suicune is far beyond yours. My grandpa was quite into myths. I've heard so many stories about Suicune from him. Suicune, I won't stop following you until I found out what you're after. You hear me? Well, I guess you don't fight him. Maybe you fight him one more time right before you encounter Suicune for good? That might be what I'm thinking of. Or actually, I think in the original games you only fight him once, which is really disappointing. But I want to say that in the remakes you fight him again? Maybe even like a double battle with Morty? That'd be really cool. But it's been so long since I played this game. Really not sure. I'll wait and give these to Kurt off screen, because you guys have seen Kurt a number of times. No reason to go back there and waste your time. Alright, so yeah, we will eventually, I'm sure, find the other held items. In the original Gold and Silver, there was a silk scarf and a pink scarf, because one of them was the actual item, and the other one, what did the other one do? Was it like an evolutionary item for somebody? don't even remember at this point. I feel like it was, but I can't remember who it was for. And then the plates for Arceus are around in Gen 4. We haven't found any here yet. I'm not sure where you find them here. It might be a special area. Whereas in Platinum and Pearl and Diamond, you find them all over the place. It's kind of like an extra copy of each of the stat boost or the type boosting held items. But yeah, I think at this point we've kind of found all the ones we want. We've already found the Sharp Beak, which I'll eventually use for Olive. I'll probably keep using the Hard Rock, the Hardstone for Kroot. Leah has Mystic Water. I think Rod has the Black Belt, right? Yeah. Cian has Charcoal, and Cherry has the Miracle Seed. So yeah, pretty good held items for all these guys. In general, as far as playthroughs go, I think the best items, I use best subjectively here, are the type boosting items. Just choose one of your Pokemon's moves that get stab. Make sure if you have 2 stab moves, go for the higher base power one, and give it a held item that boosts that stat. We might actually give Rod the Expert Belt, which is a held item that boosts the damage of super effective attacks by 20%, because his 4 attacks have great coverage, so they're super effective against the vast majority of Pokemon. So for him, it might be better to do that. Because it'll probably boost both his stab moves most of the time, or at least one of them. But alright, this is a pretty good ending point. When we come back, we will have a really cool sequence of events where we actually get to fight the Kimono Girls. I thought we got to face them a long time ago, but that was in the original Gen 2 games. In this game, you fight them much later on. They have much better Pokemon. This could be a really challenging battle, so I'm going to have to make sure my team is really up for it. I'm even wondering if I should do some fighting off screen, but I probably won't. I think we have 6 Pokemon, and let's see how it goes. It'll be another nail biter and another really fun battle to watch. So when we come back, we will do that, and we will also encounter Ho-Oh. Should be a lot of fun. I will see you all then.